In this training, you will learn step by step how to move from where you are right now till when you arrive in Canada as a permanent resident. No matter your age or level of education, with or without a job offer, in 6 months or less, without needing an agent, and without risking your life savings. Like Precious, who is now working in Canada as a financial analyst, like Keita, who is now working in Canada as a business management professional, and like this family that relocated to Canada all at the same time. But let's begin from the very beginning. Why do you want to relocate abroad? What is the problem that will be solved if you find the greener pastures you are looking for? At Immigration Bridging Academy, we interact with thousands of African graduates and professionals seeking to better their lives each year. Thanks to the free education and orientation services we offer through our YouTube channel, Facebook pages, website, WhatsApp, and email. Whenever someone tells us that they want to travel abroad, we always begin by asking them why. There is magic in clarifying your why, as you will find out in the stories that follow. Every morning, Chidi wakes up clutching onto hope, a hope that today might be the day he lands a decent job. Despite earning a bachelor's degree in civil engineering and tirelessly applying for roles, he remains unemployed, barely scraping by. The weight of uncertainty presses down on him daily. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing this challenge of unemployment. Amina holds a master's degree, yet her days are spent selling snacks at a roadside stall just to survive. Her education sits unused, her certificate collecting dust while she battles underemployment. She longs for a place where her hard-earned skills are recognized and valued, a place where she can finally step into the career she has worked so hard for. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing this challenge of underemployment. Kofi left his village dreaming of a brighter future in the city, but now every meal feels like a gamble. Bills pile up and survival becomes an endless struggle. He wonders if financial stability will ever be within reach, not just surviving, but truly thriving. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of poverty. For Zainab, dignity has become a luxury she can no longer afford. With 3 young daughters depending on her, she faces constant harassment over mounting debts. Providing for her family seems impossible, and the shame cuts deep. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of mounting debts. Thabo once ran a thriving computer repair business. Now, as the economy crumbles around him, he watches helplessly as his livelihood slips away. Opportunities dry up, leaving him desperate for a way forward. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of business decline. After several years of hard work and dedication, Fatima still feels stuck in the same place. Her career hasn't grown, and neither has she. Days blend together in monotony, leaving her feeling stagnant and unfulfilled. She yearns for an environment that nurtures ambition and rewards effort. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of career stagnation. John lies awake at night worrying about his children's future. In his heart, he knows they deserve more, a chance at education, opportunities, and a brighter tomorrow. But current circumstances leave him anxious about what lies ahead. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of anxiety and uncertainty about the future. Living amid political instability and conflict, Adebayo fears for his life daily. His town is unsafe, and the thought of losing everything, including his family, is paralyzing. Living for a safer place isn't just a dream, it's a necessity. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of insecurity. As a young Muslim woman, Amina fights battles on multiple fronts, at home, in her community, and at work. Pursuing higher education and a career goes against societal norms, and her defiance has made her a target. Threats and hostility follow her everywhere. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of discrimination and harassment as a result of her gender or religion or both. Success should be celebrated, not feared. Wouldn't you agree? Yet, Mwanza lives in constant dread, watching colleagues vanish mysteriously and facing open hostility at work. Paranoia clouds his every move because he doesn't know who to trust or when danger might strike. Comment below if you or someone you know is currently facing the challenge of jealousy and witch hunting. No matter which of these circumstances you are currently facing, the important message I have for you is that you are not alone, and it is probably not your fault. It is your God-given right to live in an environment that is most conducive for you to maximize your full potential. So your desire to move is praiseworthy. Unfortunately, many people who seek to travel abroad often end up in tragic circumstances due to ignorance and their reliance on agents and their bushfalla lines. The stories I am about to share with you will open your eyes in a way that will help you detect travel scams from afar, thereby saving your money, your career, your family, your dignity, and even your life. Musa dreamed of a brighter future in Europe, but his journey turned into a nightmare when he disappeared while trying to cross the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean Sea. His family clings to hope, yet fear gnaws at their hearts every day. They may never see him again. Comment below if you have ever heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Chinedu left everything behind to chase the American dream. He ventured into the Central American jungles, searching for a way across the Mexican border. But instead of finding opportunity, he vanished. His family is left in anguish, unsure if they'll ever see or hear from him again. Comment below if you have ever heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Kwame trusted an agent who promised him a guaranteed job and visa. Months stretched into years, and all he had to show for it was financial ruin. The dream he'd been sold slipped through his fingers, leaving him worse off than before. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Wanjiku sacrificed everything, her property, her job, even time with her family, to chase a new life abroad. But after months of hardship during transit, she was deported home empty-handed. She had blocked her money in a joint account, confidently releasing it to the agent only after she had received her visa. Little did she know that this is the new strategy that agents use to win trust and deceive their victims. What little she had was gone, crushed by false hopes. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Fatu was excited and hopeful when she showed up for her visa appointment. Imagine how shocked she was when it turned out that an agent had scammed her with a fake visa appointment and collected her money. She felt humiliated and betrayed. The experience left deep scars, shaking her confidence and sense of security. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Grace traveled abroad through a work and pay arrangement, hoping for stability. Instead, she found herself trapped in exploitation as a sex slave. Her dignity and safety were stripped away, turning her dreams into a living nightmare. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Tesfaye embarked on a journey to a better future through another work and pay agreement. But his hope turned into horror when he discovered he was a target of organ trafficking. Fighting for survival nearly cost him his life. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Tendai handed over his passport and school certificates to an agent, trusting that they would pave the way to a brighter future. But the agent disappeared, leaving Tendai stranded without proof of his identity or education. His dreams evaporated overnight. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Mwanza arrived at the airport full of excitement. After saying goodbye to friends and family, thinking he was flying off to his dreams, he was arrested at the immigration checkpoint. It is only then that he found out to his greatest dismay that his visa was fake. The payment after visa arrangement he had made with the agent had given him full confidence that this was the real deal. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. Vusi traveled abroad through a bushfaller line without having a clear plan on how he was going to change his status from that of a visitor to permanent stay. Trapped in the immigration rabbit hole, months turned into years and years turned into decades. Cut off from his roots and family, Vusi retired in isolation and poverty, a harsh reminder of the price paid for taking shortcuts. Comment below if you have ever experienced or heard of someone who has experienced this kind of tragedy. What then is the alternative? The truth is that we are living in very exciting times. The age of bush falling is gone. Globalization, Digital transformation, the COVID-19 pandemic, the Brexit crisis, and the aging baby boomer generation have all contributed in creating a new phenomenon called employment-based immigration. And Canada is taking the lead. Before I show you the steps you can take to relocate to Canada as a permanent resident through one of their employment-based immigration pathways, let me use Aita's story to help you visualize the transformation that is waiting for you if you are wise enough to make the move that she made. Aita was a struggling young graduate in software engineering from Bamenda, Cameroon, when she enrolled in our immigration bridging program. 6 months later, Aita's story changed beyond her wildest dreams. When Aita arrived in Canada, she didn't have to worry about visa renewals or uncertain immigration status. Thanks to our expert guidance, she arrived with a prestigious permanent resident visa right away. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of transformation. Within weeks of arriving, Ahita landed a high-paying job as a software developer at a top tech firm in Toronto. With an average annual income of 67,282 Canadian dollars, that is about $5,607 per month, Aita was finally able to achieve financial independence. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of advantage. Before leaving Cameroon, Aita feared she would need to spend years retraining or paying hefty tuition fees to get certified in Canada. Instead, our credential recognition process ensured that her Cameroonian degree and experience were fully recognized in Canada. This saved her over $35,000 in potential education costs. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of breakthrough. One of Aita's biggest fears was being separated from her husband and 2 children. Through our program, not only did she qualify for permanent residency, but her entire family joined her within months. They now live together in a safe, welcoming neighborhood near Toronto. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of happiness. Living in Bamenda, Aita often worried about safety and political instability. Now in Canada, she wakes up every day feeling safe, secure, and free from fear. It's a fresh start in a peaceful environment where she can focus on what truly matters. Type yes in the comment below if you would like to enjoy this kind of safety. Once settled, Aita's husband also found employment as a construction worker. Together, they now bring home a combined household income of over 100,000 Canadian dollars annually, giving them the financial freedom to save, invest, and enjoy life. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of prosperity. Through Canada's excellent public education system, Aita's children receive a top-tier education completely free of charge. This saves her family approximately $15,000 per child per year compared to international school fees. Type yes in the comment below if you would like to enjoy this kind of opportunity. As part of Canada's generous social benefits, Aita receives government child support checks ranging from $200 to $900 per month per child. These funds help cover everyday expenses like groceries, extracurricular activities, and more. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of support. In Canada, Aisha and her family enjoy universal healthcare coverage valued at up to $30,000 annually, and they don't need to pay a dime out of pocket. Whether it's routine checkups or emergencies, the whole family is fully covered. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of benefit. Now part of the prestigious Cameroonian diaspora community in Canada, Aita has started investing back home. She recently launched a scholarship scheme for girls in her village, fulfilling her dream of empowering the next generation. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of fulfillment. With her Canadian permanent resident card, Aita is now able to travel to over 180 countries either visa-free or with an e-visa. She recently visited Europe for vacation, a lifestyle she never thought possible before moving to Canada. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of freedom. Finally, Aita takes comfort in knowing that Canada offers robust pension plans and retirement benefits. When she retires, she will have the option to return to Cameroon and live like royalty if she chooses, or continue living comfortably in Canada. Type yes in the comments below if you would like to enjoy this kind of peace of mind. Here is how you can become like Aita in 6 simple steps. Are you ready? Step 1. Confirm your eligibility for Canada's permanent residence immigration. There are 4 basic things to think about: your age, your language proficiency, your education qualification, and your experience. We'll take a deep dive into each of these subsequently. Step 2 is to simply prove that you are proficient in at least one of Canada's official languages, that is either English or French. And there are some approved tests that you can use to demonstrate this proficiency. Step 3 is to prove that you meet the minimum educational qualifications to immigrate to Canada, and that minimum educational standard is a high school level education. In the context of Cameroon, that equates to the GCE advanced level or baccalaureate. Now, if you are a technician, what is called in Canada a skilled tradesperson, that is plumber, electrician, builder, carpenter, mechanic, and so on, this requirement is not necessary. So for skilled tradespeople, the emphasis is on your experience and not your school certificate. That's great news if you're a technician. Step 4 is to demonstrate your work experience. And the key here is to identify the occupation on the Canadian shortage occupation list that matches your skills and experience so that you can include the occupation code on your CV, your employment letters, and your reference letters. Step 5. Set up and manage an irresistible Express Entry profile. The Express Entry platform is the centralized platform where the Canadian government processes permanent residence applications. But within this platform, there are more than 20 different immigration routes. So you start by calculating your comprehensive ranking system score in order to confirm your eligibility. You gather your documents, you create your profile, then you track cut-off points for each selection round. They do selections practically on a monthly basis. Sometimes multiple selections are done within the same month, and they always announce a cut-off points that they use for that round. So comparing the cut-off points for the previous selection with your existing score tells you how likely you are to be selected or what you need to do to optimize your profile. Finally, step 6 is what I call the ninja strategy, because it's about boosting your express entry scores in a way that will maximize your selection for permanent residence, or doing things that can help you gain direct permanent residence without even worrying about express entry scores. Here are the opportunities. You have the category-based selection pathway. You have the French proficiency pathway. You have the Atlantic Immigration Program that grants you direct permanent residency if you receive a job offer from a designated employer. You have the Home Care Worker Program that grants you direct permanent residence if you obtain a job offer from a qualified employer. Then you have the provincial nomination pathways that give you 600 extra points on the express entry if you are nominated by a province through their in-demand occupations list or their critical skills shortage list or any of their other provincial programs. If you follow these 6 steps, there is no doubt that you will become a Canadian permanent resident sooner than later. This is because selection for Canadian PR is not based on luck or chance. It follows a points-based system, and these 6 steps are the key. But if you are feeling overwhelmed or doubtful about your ability to navigate these steps, we totally understand. That is why my team and I have put together the Canadian Immigration Bridging Program, which we also call Visa Accelerator. Would you like to know more about that? So when you enroll in the Immigration Bridging Program, we basically walk you through the 6 steps that I have shown you, starting with language proficiency. So we guide you in selecting the right test. We help you register for that test, and then we put you through our preparatory program to ensure that you succeed with the right score. Academic credential assessment. There are 5 organizations designated by IRCC to assess credentials for immigration. We help you decide which one to use. We help you register for your assessment. We guide you through the process of compiling and submitting your documents and providing you the support you need until you get the Canadian equivalence of your local certificate. We then move forward to help you create your express entry profile, and then our expert team gets into your profile and audits it, optimize it, and make sure that you gain the highest CRS scores that you deserve. In addition to this, you continue to receive one-on-one coaching and support from our team for as long as it takes you to receive your permanent residence selection. The end goal is for you to be selected for permanent residence. So once you have compiled your documents and created your profile, you still enjoy support from our team so that we accompany you through the whole process. So do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian permanent residence if you benefited from our 10 years of experience in choosing your ideal immigration pathway, no matter whether you are 18 years or 58 years old? Do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian permanent residence if our experienced team helped you choose the right language test, facilitated your test registration, and provided you with the coaching that increased your success rate by above 80%? Do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian PR if our experienced team helped you choose the right academic credential assessment, handled your application, and facilitated your assessment with the designated agency? Do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian PR if our seasoned career consultants helped you find your exact Canadian occupation code and used it to transform your resume and your work history documents? Do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian PR if you had access to our exclusive database of designated employers whom you can contact for job offers that will give you direct permanent residence irrespective of your CRS score? Do you feel that there is a higher chance of achieving your Canadian permanent residence if you had a reliable and proven system that could help you fast track your selection by simultaneously targeting the Federal Skilled Worker Program, Category Based Selection Program, Provincial Nominee Program, Atlantic Immigration Program, and Home Care Worker Program? If you answered yes, then consider this. The average person falls in the wrong hands because they are not aware of the right opportunities and they do not know how to go about pursuing their dreams. It is that simple. The average person who falls in the wrong hands, that is bushfaller lines, loses between 3 million francs and 8 million francs when things don't work out. The burden is even disproportionately greater when people get arrested, deported, killed, or sexually exploited as a result of the risky adventures. You've seen some examples that I've shared with you. So if you had access to the knowledge, skill, and resources that enabled you to avert these tragedies, the knowledge, skill, and resources that enable you to avoid these traps, how much would you happily invest in that solution? On the bright side, consider how Aita's story has changed since she moved to Canada. If you add her annual salary to that of her husband, plus the child allowance checks, plus the free healthcare and the free education, you easily see how in just 1 year, the financial benefits to this family could exceed 80 million francs CFA. Again, this is little value compared to the security, peace of mind, freedom to travel the world, status upgrade, unlimited opportunities for their kids, and the lasting generational impact. As this same possibility lays before you right now, how much would you be excited to invest to receive the guidance that would take you to this kind of transformation? Suddenly, 8 million CFA looks like a fair deal, doesn't it? Now that I've broken it down for you, you now see why most credible consultants charge around this amount for their programs. But I have good news for you. What if you could avoid all the pain and misfortune of bushfaller lines and instead secure all the benefits of employment-based immigration like AITA without spending 8 million CFA francs or 5 million CFA francs or even 3 million CFA francs? Would that be a game changer for you? So here is my gift to you. For a one-time fee of 800,000 francs CFA, you will gain insights that will forever save you from the bushfaller lines and bushfaller agents, thereby saving you between 3 million francs and 8 million francs in cash and potentially saving your life, your career, your family, and your dignity. You will receive the opportunities, the skills, the tools, and the proven system that will bridge your current reality with your Canadian dream, whose benefit could amount to over 80 million CFA francs in cash value in just 1 year. In addition to the security, the peace of mind, the freedom to travel the world, the status upgrade, and the generational impact. Hard to believe, but true. Just as a reminder, your 800,000 francs payment includes one-on-one consultation and immigration pathway selection. So you don't need to have any confusion about the 20 or more immigration pathways we have presented to you. We help you laser focus on the one or two pathways that resonate with your profile, and we go for it. Your payment covers your language test selection and test registration. So we pay the testing fee for you. It covers your test preparation coaching. It covers your credential assessment payment. So if you are evaluating your credentials with West Canada, for example, we pay it for you. Credential assessment facilitation. So helping you compile your documents, knowing which document to get from where and send how and so on. All of that, you don't pay us anything extra for it. It covers your express entry profile creation and management. And it gives you access to our designated employer list and our provincial nominee opportunity desk. Think about that. When a deal is this good, you can be sure that it will not last for long. So get started today. Getting started is as easy as ABC. Click the WhatsApp link below this video. Send us the word START, and a member of our team will connect with you to answer any of your remaining questions and help you complete your registration process. I believe in creating the kind of value that will leave you gasping for breath, and I sincerely hope I have accomplished that. So at this juncture, if you still have as much as a shadow of a doubt that this is the most incredible deal you can possibly receive for this kind of amazing transformation in your life, talk less of the temptation to bargain for a lower price or give the excuse that you don't have money, then let's face it. The only explanation is that you have not understood or you do not appreciate the value that I have exerted to you in this training, and in which case I may have been speaking to the wrong person. And if I've been speaking to the wrong person, then it goes without saying that I am not able to help you. In other words, this system is not for you, no matter how much money is involved. Are you still with me? Congratulations. That means you are the right person for the incredible transformation that my team and I are going to facilitate for you through this program. So let me show you how we are ready to go above and beyond for you. Here is our satisfaction guarantee. First off, we cannot guarantee that you will be selected for permanent residence. This is ultimately the decision of the IRCC, that is Canada Immigration. Visa guarantees are illegal. So if you allow anyone to use a visa guarantee to scam you, then let's face it, you are getting scammed with your own permission. What we have control over is the strategy and the efforts that we can invest into your profile to ensure that the points-based system works in your favor. As such, we guarantee that you can count on our ongoing support until you receive your selection letter or for at least a 12-month period, renewable. Our commitment is to guide you every step of the way. If we do our part and you do your part, the outcome will be logical and predictable. That's the power of using a proven system. Our offer is also backed by a generous refund policy. We believe in speed, reliability, and transparency. So if within 30 days of your full payment and registration, we have not commenced your program with your English language test registration and your credential assessment application, feel free to ask for your money back. We stand by our promise to deliver. And there is more. Your offer comes with a bonus. When you receive a selection letter, we will support you through the visa application process at no extra cost. Our team will ensure that every step is handled efficiently till you arrive in Canada as a permanent resident. Wait, we are not done yet. After you receive your visa, I know your next worry is, oh, how do you book a flight? Or where are you going to stay? And so on. We have all of that covered. So we will help you with your relocation planning by reserving your flight, making airport pickup arrangements, making arrangements for where you will stay, everything that you need to be able to arrive Canada like a VIP, whether you have friends and family in Canada or not. That is a second bonus. Check this out. Traditional agencies charge between 1.5 million francs to 3 million francs CFA for visa and relocation support alone. Why are we including this as a bonus? The answer is simple. By waiving these fees, these visa facilitation fees of between 1.5 to 3 million francs, we are fostering our mission to democratize opportunity so that deserving people like you should not miss a chance to achieve their dreams because of financial barriers. But mark you that this offer is for a limited time. So do well to take advantage of it while it lasts. When you look at the quality of one-on-one support we offer, and when you consider the comprehensive scope of our immigration bridging package, it is but logical that there is a limit to the number of clients we can handle at any given time. More than 100 people watch this training video each day, and we admit just 10 new clients each week. So the competition for spots is really high. And what that means is that the faster you take action, the greater your chances. So get started today. All you need to do is click the WhatsApp link below this video, send us the word START, and a member of my team will call you to answer any remaining questions you may have and get you registered. It is that simple. Canada has allocated 395,000 permanent residence visas for 2025. That sounds like a lot, right? And it is indeed reassuring to know that you have a high chance of succeeding, given that this is a huge number of visas that have been allocated for the year. But you also need to keep in mind that there are millions of people scrambling for this same opportunity from all around the world, meaning that for every second that you hesitate, you are basically donating your opportunity to someone else. So you can decide to start tomorrow or next week or next month, no problem. We have no interest in putting you under pressure. But the longer it takes for you to start, the more difficult it becomes for you to secure one of these visas. That's the logic. And I hope that gives you a reason to start today. Another thing you should remember is that there is no guarantee that in 2026, the opportunities that we have today will still be there. Immigration is a rapidly evolving domain because it is affected by politics and national priorities and other factors. So the only way to guarantee that you have a chance at the opportunities that are existing now is to take action now. As the saying goes, the best time to act was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So Mohammed is now a financial analyst in Canada because he was smart enough to grab one of these PR opportunities last year. Evelyn did same, and now she's living her dreams in Canada. Look at these wonderful, happy people whose lives will never be the same again. Those documents they are holding, those are permanent resident letters. Yours could be on the way if you get started today. So click the WhatsApp link below this video, send us the word START. A member of my team will connect with you to answer any remaining questions you may have and complete your registration process. And I'll see you in Canada.